June 7, 1945. A cold dawn covered a shattered German village near Leipzig. 22 women huddled behind broken stone, hands tight with fear. They expected death, not mercy, as distant engines and silence filled the air. The women had been taught to fear the enemy as ruthless killers. Every sound felt like a warning. The smell of smoke, fuel, and ruin surrounded them, reinforcing the belief that survival was no longer possible. Then American trucks arrived, breaking the silence. Crates rattled, boots moved, and something unexpected followed. Instead of violence, the soldiers brought food, warmth, and calm, completely defying everything the women believed. This moment shattered years of fear and propaganda. The enemy they imagined as cruel now offered care. It was a turning point, where terror slowly gave way to confusion, and confusion began to open into hope. At a nearby American camp, the morning began with routine. Frost covered the ground, and mist hung over damaged buildings. Behind a fence, German women prisoners stood quietly, waiting for what they believed would be execution. Most were workers or nurses, some barely adults. Fear spread through whispers of gunshots and imagined threats. Stories of enemy cruelty filled their minds, growing stronger in the darkness of uncertainty. Inside the American camp, the atmosphere was entirely different. Cooks prepared breakfast with steady rhythm. Food supplies were organized and abundant, showing a level of stability and planning the prisoners could not imagine. To the prisoners, breakfast felt impossible. One woman later recalled expecting death at sunrise. Hands shaking, they prepared themselves mentally, believing courage was the only thing they had left. When guards approached, the women braced for the worst. But instead of violence, the soldiers calmly opened the gate and motioned them forward. Their tone held no anger, only simple instruction. As the women walked, a warm smell reached them: bread, coffee, and cooked food. Many froze in disbelief. Tears began to fall as they realized the truth. They were not being led to death, but to eat. Inside the mess tent, long tables were neatly arranged. American cooks moved quickly, serving eggs, bread, and hot coffee. The prisoners trembled as they held their trays, unsure if this kindness was real or some kind of cruel trick. No one shouted or threatened them. The soldiers simply served food as if it were normal. One young cook later said they looked like frightened children, and all he wanted was to make sure they were fed. This simple act shocked the women deeply. The enemy they feared treated them with quiet respect. There was no cruelty, no anger, only routine kindness that felt almost impossible after years of war. Everything they had believed began to crack. They had been told America was chaotic and violent, yet here they sat in safety, worried only about holding hot coffee without spilling it. As they ate, fear slowly loosened its grip. The warmth of food and the silence of the moment softened their thoughts. Some tried to speak, but emotion made words difficult to form. One woman later wrote that it felt like their world had shifted. In a single morning, everything they believed about the enemy was challenged. It was only the beginning of a deeper realization. After eating, the women stepped outside, still overwhelmed. Their bodies felt stronger, but their minds struggled to understand what had just happened. Nothing matched the expectations they had prepared for. They began to face a difficult truth. The Americans treated them better than their own officers had in the final months of the war. This realization unsettled them more than fear itself. Nearby, an American sergeant calmly counted prisoners with a clipboard. His actions were precise and routine, showing order and discipline that the women had not seen in a long time. For months, their lives had been chaos, sudden movements, harsh commands, and uncertainty. Now, even simple organization felt strange, almost comforting, as if structure itself brought a sense of peace. One woman quietly remarked that captivity here felt kinder than what they had left behind. Though softly spoken, her words reflected a growing realization shared by many of the prisoners. The American sergeant continued his work without reaction. His calm presence showed no hatred. The women noticed this absence of anger, something they had expected but could not find. Soon, the prisoners were guided to a small work area. They were given simple tasks like sorting cloth and cleaning tools, work that felt familiar but surprisingly manageable. What stood out most was the behavior of the guards. No one yelled or insulted them. When mistakes happened, soldiers simply demonstrated the correct way, using calm gestures instead of punishment. One young woman later said the Americans corrected them like teachers, not masters. This difference struck deeply, challenging everything they believed about authority and control during the war. As the morning warmed, fog lifted from the fields. Camp sounds became clearer. Engines, voices, and movement. Outside the fence, the war still existed, but inside a strange calm was growing. An American private attempted to communicate using simple words and gestures. At first hesitant, the women slowly responded, forming broken exchanges that grew into small moments of understanding. For the first time in a long while, laughter was heard. It was quiet and uncertain but real. This moment showed the women something powerful. The enemy did not hate them. They began to see the soldiers not as monsters, but as people doing their duty. This realization chipped away at years of fear built through propaganda and experience. Later, a guard informed them of a break. Even this small gesture felt unusual. Breaks had been rare during their past labor, making this moment another unexpected sign of change. During the break, nearby soldiers ate apples. One of them noticed the women watching and quietly placed a couple on the table. He said nothing, then walked away without expecting anything in return. The women stared at the fruit in disbelief. Fresh food had become rare in Germany. The simple act of giving without orders or reason felt almost unreal to them. They held the apples gently, noticing their smooth surface and fresh scent. It was more than food. It was a moment of unexpected humanity that challenged their deepest fears. One woman whispered that they had expected death, yet were given food again. The contrast between expectation and reality grew stronger with each passing moment. This shift from fear to cautious respect marked a turning point. What they experienced was no longer confusion alone, but the beginning of understanding. Later, the women were taken to a supply tent. The ground was muddy and each step carried uncertainty. Though calmer, they still questioned whether this kindness would last. Inside, they saw something astonishing: rows of supplies stacked high. Food, clothing, and medical items filled the space, revealing a level of abundance they had never witnessed. Back home, even basic items had become scarce. Seeing such organized resources created a new kind of shock, one that revealed the strength behind the American system. An officer, through a translator, calmly explained their task. There was no threat in his voice, only clear instruction. The women were surprised that they were even spoken to with respect. As they worked, they noticed small details. Guards helped when items fell instead of punishing mistakes. This quiet cooperation showed a completely different way of leadership. The women watched as soldiers calmly picked up fallen supplies instead of shouting. No punishment followed mistakes. This simple act revealed something powerful. Discipline did not have to come with fear or cruelty. In one corner, a mechanic worked quietly, repairing an engine while humming. The normal, relaxed behavior felt strange to women used to harsh orders and constant pressure from their own system. One prisoner reflected on how German officers had treated them during evacuations, often with anger and force. Now she saw an American adjust a crate gently to prevent it from falling again. This small difference carried deep meaning. The Americans behaved as if the prisoners mattered. That thought unsettled many of the women, forcing them to question everything they had believed. At midday they were allowed to rest. The sun warmed the camp, and the tension eased slightly. Even the air felt different, no longer filled only with fear, but with something unfamiliar. A soldier offered chewing gum to one of the prisoners. She hesitated, unsure, then accepted. The mint flavor was new to her, and the soldier's quiet smile made the moment even more surprising. The women began to understand something important. The Americans were not trying to break them. Instead, they treated them as human beings, something many had not experienced in a long time. Later, they were told that medical help was available. This shocked them deeply. Care was being offered freely, without condition, something that had become rare in their own country during the war. In the medical tent, doctors treated wounds and illness with calm professionalism. No accusations, no anger, just care. It reinforced the growing realization that the enemy was not what they expected. By the end of the day, fear had weakened. In its place came a quiet question: if everything they believed was wrong, what else had been untrue? That question would stay with them long after.